Abuja is Nigeria's capital city. Modern roads, luxury estate, and clean city planning. But when it comes to metro transportation, Abuja may be losing badly to Lagos, Cairo, and even Addis Ababa. While Cairo moves millions daily, Lagos is expanding aggressively, and Addis built one of Africa's first modern light rail systems. Abuja still feels like a project waiting to happen. So today, we are comparing Abuja Metro versus Lagos, Cairo, and Addis Ababa. And honestly, the result may shock you. Abuja looks modern, but it is really upcoming. The metro system actually is competing with Lagos, Cairo, Addis Ababa. I compare all four cities and the result is surprising. Some cities are moving millions daily, some are still full of untapped potential. Which city do you think is winning this African metro race? I want you to put something down in the comment section. Yes, Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, has one of the cleanest roads, luxury estates, massive highways, beautiful city planning. At first glance, it looks like the perfect city for a world-class metro system. But there's the shocking truth. When it comes to urban rail transportation, Abuja may be losing badly to Lagos, Cairo, even Addis Ababa. While Cairo moves millions of people every day, Lagos is aggressively expanding, sure. And Addis Ababa quietly built one of the African most surprising rail systems, but still feels like a project waiting to happen. That's how Abuja looks like. So today, we are comparing Abuja Metro versus Lagos, Cairo, and Addis Ababa. To answer one big question, who really has African best metro system? And trust me, the final ranking may start a very big argument. Let's start with Abuja. Nigerian capital is designed differently. Wide road, organized district, modern infrastructure. On paper, Abuja should be dominating urban transportation. And yes, Abuja does have a rail system. There's the airport rail connection linking the city to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. There are train stations, there is also infrastructure. Yeah, this is a very big potential, but there's a problem. Daily city impact feels weak, unlike cities where metro systems are the heartbeat of daily life. Abuja rail system still feels underused. Many residents still depend heavily on cars, road transportation dominates everywhere, and for a city this modern, that raises a serious question. Why does Abuja still feel like a city waiting for its metro future? Is not that Abuja has failed? I don't think Abuja has failed because we have the infrastructure, we have the potentials, meaning that Abuja does not have any excuse to explode. Now let's talk about Lagos. And Lagos is a completely different beast. Lagos doesn't have the luxury of waiting. Traffic here is survival. Hours lost in gridlock, daily frustration, economic pressure. So when the blue lane arrived, people paid attention because this wasn't just about transportation. It was about time, money, productivity, and relief. The Lagos Green Line solves a real problem. You can feel the urgency, crowded station, fast movement, real commuter demand, and that's what matters. Because the best metro systems are not the prettiest ones, they are the ones people actually need. Lagos still has a long way to go, but here's what makes it dangerous. It has momentum, and the momentum changes cities. Lagos may not be number one yet, but it's moving fast, very fast. Then we arrive at Cairo, and honestly, this is where the conversation changes because Cairo is not competing, Cairo is dominating. Cairo Metro is the largest metro system in Africa. Millions of passengers use it daily, not thousands, millions. This is not a future project, this is a living machine. It powers the city, it moves workers, students, families, entire economies. This is infrastructure at full scale, and that's what scale is all about. Because once a metro becomes part of daily survival, it stops being luxury, it becomes necessity. That's where Cairo wins. It's matured, it's functional, it's essential. Cairo isn't just ahead, it's playing in a completely different league. And for Abuja or Lagos to catch up, they need years of aggressive execution. Now, here comes the surprise at Addis Ababa, a city many people underestimate, but Addis did something powerful. It moves early. It builds one of sub-Saharan African first modern rail system, and that changes perception because many richer Africa were still talking while Addis was building. That's what matters. This wasn't just transport, it was vision, urban planning, movement, long-time thinking. And even today, Addis remains one of the most important examples of what Africa City can do when execution beats excuses. That's why Addis shoot people, not because it's flashy, but because it acted. Sometimes the city with less money wins because it moves fast. It moves fast and it moves first. And that's the lesson we are learning from Addis Ababa. And this is a very big lesson in transportation. A lot of people visit Abuja and immediately think this must be the most advanced city in Nigeria. And visually, that makes sense. Wide expressways, luxury estates, government districts, clean urban planning. Abuja looks expensive, but transportation tells a deeper story. Because real city development is not just how beautiful a place looks, it's how efficiently people move every single day. And that's where Abuja gets challenged. A city can look rich and still struggle with functional urban mobility. That contradiction is exactly what makes Abuja so interesting. It feels ahead, but in metro reality, it still feels behind. Lagos has no choice. Rail is not optional, it is survival. When millions of people are trying to move through one city every day, roads alone can never be enough. That's why the blue lane or what the blue line matters so much. It represents something bigger than trains. It represents economic survival. Every hour saved matters. Every traffic jam avoided matters. Every faster commute changes productivity. This is why Lagos cannot stop here because one rail line is not enough for a city moving at Lagos speed. Lagos needs scale, fast scale for that matter. And what makes Cairo different is not just size, its mindset. In Cairo, Metro is not normal, it is daily life. People trust it, people depend on it, people expect it to work. That changes everything because infrastructure becomes powerful when it stops feeling special and start feeling necessary. That's where Abuja and Lagos still have work to do. Metro must become habit, not novelty. That shift changes city forever. And this teaches a dangerous lesson. The richest city does not always win. The fastest city wins. While others were debating budget and politics, Addis built. That decision changed the entire conversation. Because once infrastructure exists, progress starts compounding. And once people start seeing movement, confidence grows. That's leadership, not waiting for perfect condition, but building anyway. That lesson applies far beyond trains. It applies to cities, businesses, even creators. Idea is move fast, perfect later. And this is exactly what Addis Ababa did. And here is the twist. The city winning today may not be the city winning tomorrow. Cairo dominates now, that's clear. But the future may belong to Lagos. Why? Because growth speed matters, expansion matters, political will matters also, momentum matters. City rise fast when pressure becomes impossible to ignore. And Lagos has that pressure. Massive demand creates forced innovation. That could change everything in next decade. Never underestimate a city that is forced to evolve. Lagos is evolving. Let's be honest, Africa does not have an idea problem. Africa has an execution problem. We know what should be built, we know what cities need. The challenge is always the same delivery. Plans are easy, launches are easy, Ribbon cutting ceremonies are easy. Sustained execution is hard in Africa. That is where cities are separated not by ambition but by consistency. Our metro system exposes that truth better than anything else because trains don't care about speeches, they are about system. Sometimes the real story is not who is winning, it is who is serious. Because cities reveal themselves through infrastructure. What they build tells you what they believe. And right now, Cairo believes in movement. Addis believes in timing. Lagos believes in urgency. And Abuja still have to decide that's the real story. And that story is far from over. So, after comparing scales, daily usage, expansion, city impact, and real commuter value, here's the honest truth. Cairo takes first place, Addis Ababa comes second, Lagos follows closely in third, and Abuja. Despite all potentials, Abuja came last. So we'll be signing off at this juncture, and in our next video, we'll be bringing more comparison with other African countries. So if you want me to do a comparison between Lagos, Abuja, Kigali, and Nairobi, put something down in the comment section. And do not forget to subscribe and like my video.